Next we're gonna go very quickly and we're gonna predict the winners of the top 5 leagues in Europe. So should let's start with the EPL. Let me just start with the EPL. I'm an Arsenal fan, and as much as I like Arsenal, or to say Arsenal is gonna do it, I think Mancity are still the favorites. For me, if Arsenal went out and got like a really good winger who can score maybe like 15 goals guaranteed, maybe somebody like a Nico Williams or top level striker, then I think now I would be comfortable in calling Arsenal favorites. But because those have not happened, I think Arsenal could still do it, but Man City are the favorites. So I think, to be fair, I think Arsenal are not gonna sign a striker this season, because you saw when the transfer window opened, just before the Euros, Arsenal tried to sign Benjamin Sesko, and the player decided to stay in his club. So I think Arsenal are gonna try again the next window, because which is a good thing, because Arsenal are not gonna go and just, there are very few strikers, so they're not just gonna go and say we needed a striker, so we're just gonna go and splash money. No, they have identified who they want, and I think you're hearing this here first. Arsenal are gonna sign Benjamin Sesko the next transfer window. So the Bundesliga, well, obviously it's between Bayern and Leverkusen. Bayern have been not very convincing in the first few games, and so have Leverkusen, but we saw them last season many times coming from like 2 goals down to win the game, and the same thing happened where they came from behind to win. Literally, it's stoppage time. But I don't think Bayern Leverkusen are going to do it again, especially because they're going to be involved in the Champions League. So I'm going to go Bayern Munich. La Liga. Here my choice is interesting, because many people will not predict this one right now, but I'm gonna go with Atletico Madrid. Basically because they've done a very good window. They've signed the likes of Conor Gallagher, and they've signed also Alvarez from Mancity. Add that to what they already have, I think they're gonna be a very strong squad, or a team, a strong team, and I think they're gonna be very good in the La Liga and also in the Champions League, and I'm seeing them winning the La Liga. Serie, this is also a very tough one to call. Initially, I predicted AC Milan is gonna do it, because Inter Milan, having won it last season, I think they're not gonna be up for it. They're not gonna have quite the same hunger, and on top of that, AC Milan have made some good signings too, and they already were a good team. So I was kind of seeing them, winning, but I'll tell you what, Juventus are catching my eye, because they have a top-rated coach in Thiago Motta, and they also have good players. So I think it's gonna be between AC Milan and Juventus, and I'm gonna go with my first answer. It's gonna be AC Milan. Ligue 1, boring. It's gonna be PSG. Nobody else can match them in the transfer window. Nobody else has as good a squad as they do, so it's just gonna be as usual PSG. Which takes me